I feel like it's going to be a problem. Okay. Hey, friends. I'm Rhonda.
I'm George.
And this is
What About Your Friends?
I'm sure you're wondering what that is and what that's all about, seeing as though this is our inaugural video. Woo, 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 woo. So we're going to tell you really what it's all about. We're going to jump right into that.
So, What About Your Friends is a new web series that talks
Starring us.
It's basically describing how it.
How what? No.
Okay.
Forgive George. Here's the thing. See, we about to get started already because you've been drinking too much, and this is why. Okay, this is not the time for an intervention.
Yes.
It's not the time for an intervention. Sorry. Okay, back to this. What About Your Friends is our new web series where we're going to talk about all things friendship. Because what's life without friends?
Nothing lonely.
I mean, every relationship is like some form of a friendship. So we're going to talk about friendship do's and don'ts. We're going to talk about girl code and man law.
Yep.
And we're also going to talk about like just how to be a really effective, great friend.
We're going to talk about how we became friends. We're going to talk about how to go on vacation with your friends. Anything that has to do with friends, we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. We're just going to jump into it. We're going to share some of our funny stories, some
Yep.
of our experiences, how to navigate through the not so fun times of friendships, like arguments and disagreements and, you know, fights. I mean, it gets real with friends. I mean, it's a close-knit relationship. And so we're going to give you our tips.
And we call all of this friending. You see my t-shirt? We're going to have t-shirts as well. This says friending. Friending is the art of friendships. So when you're out with your friends at brunch, if you're having like get-togethers, you are friending.
You're friending.
Anytime you're out with your friend and you're chilling, it's called friending.
Yes, and why we just kind of spelled it differently is just because like you say it very loosely. Who says like, that's my friend? You say that's my friend.
Friend.
So you guys are our friends, and we're friends, and we have a lot of friends. So we're going to talk about that, but we're going to start having every video a signature cocktail. And tonight, I made this. So it's bourbon to my brown drinkers. This is for you. It's bourbon, and it's like vanilla cream soda and a little orange liqueur. So we're going to sip, we're going to chat. Make sure you guys follow us at Friending, Frening, on Instagram and Twitter. And be sure to subscribe so that when we post new videos, you get the first alert, okay, boo? Okay. Shout out to Cardi B.
And also, her friend says, we best friends. And it's an arrow. I have a shirt like that, and it says, we best friend, and it points like this. But if you follow us on Instagram, you can see our photo shoot that we have, and we have one of these shirts. Okay?
We're going to be selling this apparel
Yep.
at a store near you, so...
Shout out to Sharita. She made these shirts at the final hour for us. Her
Sharita.
Instagram is Lovelace. It's on Instagram. Just type of that. She has an event company, so shout out to her.
Yes.
She's our friend, and she did these shirts for us.
Thanks, Sharita. So today, we're going to first talk about how we met.
Yes.
A very, very long time ago. George and I have been friends now for over 10 years.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? First of all, I'm 20.
You know?
21. Okay. Old enough to drink.
That means I'm 18. It's like,
Sure.
okay. But we're going to talk about how we met.
How do we meet?
We met at Morgan State University. We used to model. We were models. Shout out to Pit Buzz Sunshine. She was the modeling coach for ABC.
She was the founder of the organization, not the modeling coach.
But she taught us how to model as well. But anyway.
She gonna kill you on this one.
So-
Sorry. He said it, not me.
So, we met when I was a model. She was a model. And I don't know how we kind of introduced ourselves to each other. Maybe it was at a practice or rehearsal, but we just clicked. And
He just loves me.
and she used to cook for
He
me.
doesn't.
I used to stay at her house.
He did.
I was a college student. I didn't have a house. She had a house.
I had a little apartment or whatever, not far from the school, and George had a dorm room with 700 other roommates. And so when I would cook, I would invite him over. He would eat good. So good that he couldn't even go home. And kind of the rest is history. Like, it's hard to... I will say this. We both love food, and we both love music. And so I think that's probably where we've bonded the most over the years. And we have a lot of cushion to show for that love of food
I want
bonding.
black today.
But but yes, and like it's been one of the best relationships because George is just like a good guy. He's like a good person. He like wants the best for me, and that's gonna kind of like segue right into like how
We became friends.
Yeah, how we like make it work, like why our relationship works.
Yeah. I know for me, when I was on campus, I wanted to get away. I would come chill with her, and she was from Baltimore, so she knew the city. So by me hooking up with her, I got to experience Baltimore because I would go home every weekend. I thought Baltimore was the wire. I thought it was just so hood. It had nothing to offer. But Baltimore
Y'all,
is
and
really
he from PG, y'all. I don't even go ahead. Go
PG.
ahead.
Look, PG is
Y'all
Pretty
get
Girl County, you know.
A lie.
But I mean, for the most part, the reason why I like Baltimore and I have respect for Baltimore is because of her. Because her and her friends they're my friends.
We took him in like a stray cat.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, George, for allowing us to take you
know.
home and feed you milk. But listen, George, one of the things that I like about him as well is that he's also like very honest with me. You know, you have a friend that just keeps you accountable, that just will call you on your sugar honey iced tea. Yeah, that's George. George will like be like, girl, get your life. Like you're not right. And we do that for each other. And that's really, matter of fact, George actually cussed me out. For sure. And he got his way of like being nice about it, but this particular time
Are
he
we
was
gonna do
not.
this right now?
We're gonna do this
Okay.
right now. We said we were gonna share, so
gonna be
we're gonna
honest.
share.
Okay.
So he was feeling away because I wasn't being a very good friend to him. Like he didn't hear from me. I wasn't hanging out with him, but I was talking to other people and hanging out with my other friends. And he basically cussed me out. I mean, he used curse words and everything.
First off, she's exaggerating.
It's taking me back. It's taking me
But
back.
you gotta hold your friends accountable, especially if they're real friends, because they're occupying your space, your time, and time is something you can't get back. So if I'm investing in you as a friend, you should invest the same back into me. Okay?
He was right.
So
He was right.
back to the cuss out. It really wasn't a cuss out.
You keep trying to make it seem like you didn't
But
cuss
I didn't.
me out, dog. You did.
We were at the Hamilton. Real
It's one of our
classic.
favorite places
Yes,
to hang
opens
out.
late, sushi half off, and all that good stuff.
Hennessy sidecar is the best in
Yes.
DC.
So basically, I just said, look, you're devoting a lot of time to other friends, and it seems like to me you only come to me when all these other folks get on your nerves. When you're over and you're filled up, your cup is full, you come to me and you just chill, you whatever. But it would in the between time, I wouldn't see her. I would only see her when everybody else
stressy and
she was
depressy.
stressy. But that's not friend. I don't want the scraps of her. I want that was good, you know.
That was a word. That was a word. Don't nobody want your scraps.
Nobody want your scraps. But I want my friend. I know who my friend is. Her best potential, like the good times, the bad times, the ugly, and it was just like I was getting the leftovers because she was depleted. Yeah, we still would have fun in her low times, but it's like you want your friend.
Low time, shit.
You know.
I was living a hard life. Life ain't been
And
no
they wasn't
Christmas
really,
stand for
and they
me.
wasn't really low. People were just irritating, and I was like her buffer to like kind of listen
It's
to.
like
which,
my relief. Like I could go to him and he could handle my stressors. But again, like I said, he was right. He cussed me out, but I deserved it, to be honest with you. It is not fair. It was not fair for me to not give him a good coherent, if you will, connected friend when we were spending time together. So I adjusted. This was like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Have I done better?
Yes, she has.
Thank you. There you go.
But you gotta hold people accountable, and you have to say what you want in life. Because if I never would address the situation, she would have just continued to be.
Give him my scraps,
and we probably wouldn't have been friends no
Yeah,
more
the
because I'd have
bullshit.
cut that. Okay,
He
but
can't cut me off. He can't cut me off. But that's really one of the biggest parts of what makes our particular friendship work. And I think George and I also have a very good sense of loyalty and like what that looks like and what that means. As he talked about being in Baltimore and becoming friends, it introduced him to some of my friends. And essentially we've become kind of one big group of friends, and sometimes loyalty gets tested and can be challenging.
Yes.
In those types of environments where like, this is my friend, but this is my friend too, and that's my friend too, and oh gosh, who do I choose and what do I pick? Or, you know, George and I have been able to really successfully navigate through balancing it all out, because it can be daunting. It can be a lot.
Because you do have mutual friends, and you may have more in common with the other particular friend than the person who introduced you. But it's all about balancing. So
And being considerate of other
Yes.
people's feelings, for sure.
Yes.
We do that.
yeah,
We do that. I mean, you know, we're not perfect. So, you know, but we feel like, gosh, between the two of us, we have
a lot of friends.
a lot of friends. Well, really, I have a few, and George has a few thousand of friends. I have a few. How many friends do you have, George?
I have friends.
Say it in the mic so they can hear you. How many? Give me a number.
Maybe like
Maybe like
10.
50,000.
Well, maybe like 10. Well, actually, okay, listen. So, I may call a lot of people friends, but you got to think about your span of life. I have friends that I've had since elementary school, middle school, college, and you just grow. So
How
your number.
many friends do you have today? Because this is actually one of the issues in our friendship. We're about to get real on this screen. George got about 500 total friends. Then about 212 of them are his best friends. I'm number 96 on that list. Then you got like,
If you were number 96, you wouldn't be on this video with me right now, okay? So the way if I spend a lot of time with you, I call you my friend. You know what I'm saying?
I need to have
and
a drink.
that may be coworkers. I call some of my coworkers friends. But everybody's on different levels of
different
friendship.
tiers of friendship.
Different tiers, yes.
Okay.
So I might call you friend, but then I have like my top 5, maybe my top 10, 20.
Got it.
So it just depends.
I'm just teasing him. I actually love George's friends. Oh my God, speaking of that, that's like another thing. Like, we can be around each other's friends and do just fine. Like, we get
can
along with
commingle. That is the
everybody.
best thing, when you can commingle your friends. And Ron is that friend. Like, I can bring Ron around all my friends, and they all love her. The majority of them.
I love them too.
Yes.
Wait, so you said the majority? Which
No, I'm
ones
playing.
don't
I
love
was just
me?
saying. I was just saying. All
Do
of
we
it.
need to
No.
talk off camera?
No.
Cause don't have
But
me
all
around
my
no
friends-
people that don't like me now. Don't do that.
But I don't. But shouldn't say but.
It's all right. Yeah, so we do have a lot of friends, and we make it work. And I love George's friends, and George loves my friends, and many of those have now become shared mutual friends.
That they don't want to hang out with me no more. They see me and say, "Where's Ron?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm still here," but they want to see her.
He just hates that.
Yeah.
His family loves me too. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that I do have a loving man in my life, I would just marry George.
Shout out to my homeboy, my best friend.
Hey,
You know?
best friend.
Hey, best friend.
So, what you can expect from our web series? You know, honestly, we kind of touched on it already, but we're just going to share with you our guide to successful friendships. I mean, that's really all it comes down to. It's our thoughts and it's our feelings. It's our experiences. Again, we've had like a lot happen. Trust me, we've had falling outs with people.
Yep.
We've been privy to fallouts. We have seen physical fights while on vacation. The stories gonna get super real.
Try to
but
save them. You can't save all of them.
you can't. But what else we want and we hope will come from friending and What About Your Friends is that your feedback, what you want to talk about. If you don't really know or understand how to navigate through a difficult time in a friendship, how to be supportive to a friend that may be going through something in life, how to be supportive to a friend that maybe has lost a parent or a loved one, you know.
Or someone that's your mother is going through breast cancer.
My mom has cancer.
Yeah, my sister had cancer, and
Yeah.
how do you support each other through tough times?
Yeah.
How to keep a friendship balanced.
How to support your friends through their ventures, whether it's business ventures, spiritual ventures, I mean, anything you can think of. How to be supportive when, you know, maybe you and your friend were both single and living that single life, and now she done got a man, and the friendship is going to change.
She acting brand new.
Right. And so, you know, it's a lot of topics to cover, and we want to cover as many as possible. But more than anything, we want to hear from you guys.
Yes, even when to let a friendship go. Because sometimes you got to let people out your life. And you outgrow people sometimes. And you outgrow situations. And if they don't want the best for you,
you only as strong as your team.
Yeah.
You are a reflection of those that, you know, are around you. So we're going to talk about really all of that. Like every single thing that you can think of. George and I are on Instagram personally. We have our own personal pages.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong way. I'm at IamGTW.
And I am at Ronnie Cakes, RHONI Cakes, CAKES. And it's like, we got so many people to shout out. So we got our pages. Then again, friending. Make sure you should have followed us like 15 minutes ago. So make sure you did it if you haven't. Shout out to our group, the group. We call ourselves the group, like we're the one to be. But we're on Instagram as well, at the group _DMV.
Yes.
And we'll be talking more about the group. We'll be kind of virtually introducing you to some of them and kind of taking you into our world as we hang, kick it, and have fun with our friends.
Yeah.
Yes. So stay tuned. Subscribe now. We're going to figure out like what these boxes and stuff are called. So forgive us as we try to be like these video vlogger people that we really are not.
Yeah, we just at the end of the day, we want to teach people how to be friends, to have a good time. You only have one life, so you want to live it to the fullest. And
with your friends.
Your friends. So you guys can be friending.
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll talk soon. Ciao.